See, so bosses can get really big. Well, yeah, that's cool. I really like it.
Beat Hazard.
Hello again, it's Steve Hunt from Coldbeam Games with another developer blog for Beat Hazard 2. I've been away for a couple of weeks on holiday, so I've got a bit of catching up to do. The biggest thing I want to show you today is I've got procedural bosses working properly, and I've got boss rush mode working. So let's have a look at that. Get my mouse in the right place. Right, here we go. Yeah, we'll just play to this. Okay, boss rush. So what you're going to see is the bosses are going to be created by the music and also mixed in with the wave number. So as the game goes on, the bosses get bigger and bigger and bigger, and combined with the music. Here we go. Sometimes you get two. So I've now added this hyperspace system. So the ships, the bosses and the other ships all hyperspace in from the edge of the screen. So it gives you an idea of where they're going to appear. And the bosses have actually got shields now. So you have to take down their shields before you can start attacking. These little things here are the old push, lightning push. So this boss isn't particularly threatening at the moment. Now, the way you take out bosses is similar to the last one, where you have to take out the turrets first. So this is hyperspace. You can see the ship hyperspace in, and then it'll unfold. And once it's unfolded, all the turrets become active. So here you can see there's two push turrets, and then there's a ship launch turret. And you can see that the ship launch turrets bring spaceships in from the outside, so they cause smaller ships to hyperspace in. Let's get rid of this guy. So you see, also obviously, as with Beat Hazard 1, the bosses are made up of lots of different components, and those obviously you blow those components up as you go. And this is I'm just going to show you what happens if you sit in the shield. Let me get rid of this guy. So this has got some missile turrets and rotating missile turrets and normal missile turrets. If you go into the shield, whoops, let's get rid of these. You just bounce off the shield, but it disables your weapons. That's what that green, whoops, that's what that green little thing is. Right, I'm not very good at playing and talking at the same time. Let's have another go. There we go. I think the boss stuff's come on pretty well. There's still a bit of work to do, and I want to have the ability to change its colours, and I need to add some more different elements. And I'm thinking of having multiple sets of boss elements, so they can have have a more varied look. Bye bye. So if I go and sit, when the next one comes along, I'll go and sit on top of where he's hyperspacing in. You get busted out of the way. That, I don't know if you saw it, but that purple blast wave that comes in, that comes out once he's hyperspaced in, will destroy any small ships that are around. I'll show you in single player, so it's quite handy. When a boss comes in, he sort of clears asteroids and small ships for you, which helps sort of keep a lid on the amount of carnage going on the screen. So this one's, some of them get pretty big at the moment. I've had a couple of bosses that are as wide as the screen, but it can be pretty tricky to fight them. But because they sort of follow you around, you can sort of coerce them into a sort of position where you can best attack them. There's not many sound effects on at the moment, by the way, so it's a bit. Bye bye. A bit quiet. This music's on the original soundtrack, or the Beat Hazard 2 original soundtrack. I'm currently working on adding a couple more tunes as well with Johnny Frizz. I'll show you the new Ultra Beam as well, which is pretty good for boss clearing. So I'll get in now. Boom. So I think it's coming on pretty good, Boss Rush. I'd like to know people's thoughts on sort of articulated bosses, like the Snake. Well, this guy's a big one. Snake boss from Beat Hazard 1. I'm thinking of having some procedural Snake boss system, which I think would add a nice bit of variety in. And it work in a similar way to this. Oh, dead. Boom. So let me show you the bosses in normal mode, and you'll see how, if you keep an eye out, you'll see how I'll leave ships on the screen, but when a boss hyperspace is in, you'll see it blast all the asteroids and small ships that are out of the way. Big ships aren't affected. And as you can see here now, all spaceships now hyperspace in, which gives you a bit of a pre-cue of where they're going to be. Instead of just coming in from the side like they used to, you've now got an indication of where they're coming in, and you can obviously start firing in that direction, or you can get out of the way if that's where you happen to be. Whereas in Beat Hazard 1, you used to get clobbered a lot if you're hanging around by the side of the screen. I mean, asteroids can still get you because they just float in. There's a bug. All the photons go green when no one else is alive. I need to fix that. I forgot to leave some guys. I can see them coming in, so I can start blasting them before they get here. It's quite handy. In fact, let me leave a few. When's the next boss coming? The frame rate's not so great on this, just because I'm recording video at the same time. I'm killing everyone. There's nothing there. Oh, here comes another boss. It's a pretty bad demonstration that. I killed everything. I'm also going to add some more turret types. At the moment we've got the sort of main beams, missile turrets, but I think whoa. Where's the asteroids? Yeah, more variety of turrets. So shield up. Too much talking, not enough shooting. Yeah, the other thing I want to talk about actually is I'm pretty much now at the stage where Beat Hazard 1 is with the add-ons. The only bits that are really missing is workshop support. So I think I'm going to add workshop support and a system where each, as well as getting workshop ships, is be able to get a ship from completing a piece of music. So every time you complete a track, you'll get a music generated chip that goes in your hangar. So that then you're going to get a big variety of spaceships to play with. And use a similar system to the way the boss works. So they're all procedurally generated. And once I've added that, I'm pretty much there. I mean, there's lots of polishing to do, and there's some new content that I want to add, like some new spaceships, new turrets, and weapon types. I'd like to know people's thoughts on early access, because Rather than doing a closed beta test, I'm thinking of going to early access on Steam in the summer, and I think it's probably a good idea, because it means we've got a chance to get a lot of people testing it, get a lot of feedback, tweak the game. Things like difficulty, it's tricky for me to assess whether the game difficulty is at the right stage at the moment. There's people far better at the game than I am who need to have a look at it. And I've added a new difficulty level called Apocalyptic. So all those people out there who just breeze through suicidal, hopefully will now have a bit of a challenge. But all this stuff needs a bit of testing from veteran sort of players who can assess it. Oh, blimey. Shields. It's getting a bit hairy. This is not even on really that hard either. What was I talking about? Yeah, so hello. Hiya. Some of this. See, so bosses can get really big. Oh yeah, that's cool. I really like it. I really like that you can just get some humongous. Well, and boss, the other thing, you can't collide with like the old. You can't get hit by the boss, so you can quite happy to fly over the top of him and blast him away, as long as you don't get hit by a turret. Ooh. There you go, mate. You know, you can and you can slowly whittle him down. Up. Boom. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. So what was that? Early access. Yeah, early access. Possibly summertime. I think I'm nearly there. And then that gives me a really good chance, because I mean, I'd like to release it this year, but depending on the feedback from early access, you know, it might be better to wait till after Christmas. It depends on the feedback from you guys. I'm really interested now to try and get people playing it, and see what tweaks need doing, and you know, possible things that need adding and massaging. Right, let me die. I've nearly finished the track. I'm going to kill myself. Boom. There you go. There's survival modes also in, and like I say, the only thing, workshop support and some sort of procedurally generated player spaceships I want to add. And that's about it. Hope you enjoy the video. You can pre-order the game, the link at the bottom. I've also now got an Instagram account, which I'll post a link to. I've also set up a Discord server, so we can talk about Beat Hazard on there, and I'll post a link to that. And please subscribe and share the video, and see you next time.